I was expecting that I'm living in a country, India, which is not very comfortable for the Muslims, and I've been doing dawah, and I thought, and I was sure, that one day there will be trouble. That was the reason that we had taken whatever precautions we could. And recently, 3 years back, there's a new government that came to power, and we know we have a new Prime Minister, that Narendra Modi. And we knew that about 15 years back, when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, one of the states in India, there are many NGOs, many organizations have given several reports that he was responsible for killing of more than 2,000 Muslims, making a state organized, killing of Muslims at large scale. So much so that there were cases filed against him in different parts of the world. He was not given entry to USA, to UK, and he was not allowed to enter many countries of the world for several decades. About 3 years back, when there was election, he won the election and became the Prime Minister. Now, when he became the Prime Minister, all these sanctions were removed. So this is democracy. Irrespective who you are, if you are elected, to build relationship, they can put anything down. And he traveled to many countries, including Muslim countries, to build relationship in the first couple of years of his tenure. And it is known that the party that he belongs to is against the Muslims. And we're expecting this to happen. And he was waiting to get some excuse to stop my activities. Last Ramadan, on the 27th of Ramadan last year,
yes,
that the 1st of July, there was a terrorist attack that took place in Dhaka.
Sorry.
And 6 terrorists, they killed about 20 foreigners in the neighboring country. And one terrorist happened to be my fan on the Facebook. So there was a small article that came in the Bangladeshi newspaper that one of the terrorists is a fan of Dr. Zakir Naik. And such
How many fans do you have on Facebook?
On the Facebook, alhamdulillah, now there are about 16.6 million fans,
Okay.
out of which
so he is
about
one out of
16.6 million, 4.5 million are from Bangladesh.
Okay.
So he's one of the 16.6 million who liked me. And this news had come several times before. Most of the Muslims in the world, because of the popularity of Peace TV, which has a viewership of 200 million, when you catch a Muslim, there are high chances you know me. So even the terrorist attack that took place, whether in Glasgow or New York or Australia, when they catch a Muslim, he's been seeing my videos. But never has that been made into an issue. If you ask any Muslim, he has to be a fan of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So will you blame the wrong action that he has done to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
No.
So here we find that the Indian media blew it out of proportion. Next day, the news article came on the 3rd of July. 4th of July, almost all the newspapers, headlines, almost all the news channels, it was headlines that Dr. Zakir Naik inspired terrorists. And it was as though everything was planned. And day and night, I became viral not only in the world, #1 trending, on the Twitter, on the Facebook. And then, alhamdulillah, many Muslim organizations in different parts of India, they protested. In Bangalore, in Hyderabad, in Kerala, in Kashmir, in large numbers. And one thing good, mashallah, that the Muslims who even differed with me, the difference of opinion in views, even they stood up, saying we disagree that Dr. Zakir is not a terrorist. And mashallah, there was big protest, so much so that the Indian government had 4 different teams, IB, National Investigation Agency, they had the Intelligence Bureau, that the Maharashtra Police, that the Bombay Police, CID, all of them, and NI alone had 9 teams, each team hanging, so few hundred. And the amount they spent money in doing research, that they saw most of my tapes, everything, no problem, I was happy about it. After 1 month, on 2nd of August, they were forced to say in the parliament that nothing is wrong found with Dr. Zakir Naik. He did not find any evidence in his speeches, nor in his lectures. So most of the protest stopped. And I thought that this will surely be their plan. So protest stopped, everything became cool. 3 months later, in November, the same government says that the Muslim personal law in India should be abolished. India has a Muslim personal law. Muslims can follow the law in inheritance and marriage, etc. So all the Muslims again stood in larger numbers to protest against it. In this fiasco, 2 weeks after this, they banned my organization suddenly. And they banned it for 5 years. claiming that, you know, they are promoting terrorism. And they started getting lectures, which I've given 10 years back, I've given 15 years back. Any logical person will know that these lectures are there on the social media for 10, 15 years. If they promoted terrorism, why suddenly
now
are they called? So it is mainly because of the popularity. And it is shocking that the Indian government many a times before has called me to give lecture on religion in the National Academy in Hyderabad. National Academy of Hyderabad is the largest institute for training police. It is the most prestigious institute. Imagine I have been called not once, twice, and sometimes when I did not go, they pressurized me.
Allah.
They used influence. I'm saying, busy, no, you have to go. So twice I've addressed them, to IPS officers, to the top ranking police. So do you mean to say they've called a terrorist? Not that they found a lecture which I gave just 6 months back or 1 year back. These lectures were given 10 years, 15 years back. They're taking a clipping out of context and trying to prove to the world that I'm promoting terrorism. And as you may be aware, that the World Economic Forum has said that the second most unjust media in the world is the Indian media. Never ever in the history before has anyone who has been so popular, so well known, his life is open in the media like an open book. You know, we have Peace TV, mashallah, name is Peace, Kana Salam, having an English language, Urdu, Bangla, Chinese. The network has more than 200 million viewers. A person who's there on the social media for more than 15 years. I've been giving talks for more than 25 years. And alhamdulillah, I've been awarded, though I don't think so, I deserve it, I've been awarded the most prestigious Islamic award in the world. That is the King Faisal Award for the service of Islam, which is equivalent to the Nobel Prize of Peace. It is the highest award. Alhamdulillah, I've been even given the second highest award, the Dubai Holy Quran Award, 4 years back. Then the Taqam Al-Hijri Award, that's from Malaysia, from Sharjah, from Gambia, from many countries. I've been the guest of heads of states of many countries, Muslim countries, non-Muslim countries, giving lectures in more than 40 countries. I've been invited